Did you know there are 8 different phases of the moon, each of which can have a completely different effect on your life?
It may come as a surprise to people who are not familiar with the lunar calendar to realize that the powerful moon has an effect on us outside of the times when there is a full moon or a new moon. In this video, we will discuss moon phases and how to use them. So,
let's review. What exactly are the moon's 8 phases? There are 8 different phases of the moon, which can be broken down into 4 primary and 4 minor phases. Because there are 12 astrological moon signs but only 8 phases, the sign that is connected with each phase changes from month to month. Because of this, these do not have a direct correlation to the astrological moon signs. On the other hand, the signs of how these things align can be seen below in conjunction with the new and full moons. The new moon.
The monthly new moon occurs when the sun and the moon are in line with one another,
causing the moon to be at its darkest phase during this time.
Now is a powerful and energizing moment to establish your goals and bring about a plethora of new opportunities.
These are the ideal conditions for sowing the seeds of financial success.
The most beneficial thing you can do at this phase is to lay the groundwork for new routines and healthy behaviors in your life.
At this point in your life, you have the opportunity to truly meet the highest of your expectations and to position yourself for the greatest possible success in the years to come. The zodiac position of the sun at the time of the new moon is a reflection of that position. For instance, if the sun is located in the sign of Scorpio,
the new moon will likewise be located in the sign of Scorpio.
The process of setting an intention is simple. Consider the deepest longing you have for anything that you want to include into your life. After then, you should ask the universe for it. To communicate with the ancestors, light a candle. The objective of the current lunar phase, which has been decided upon, ought to be heading in your direction as we progress through the various phases of the moon. First quarter. During this phase of the lunar cycle, the right side of the moon is illuminated by sunlight for 50% of the time. This phase encourages personal development and furthers one's comprehension of the fundamental lessons imparted by the new moon. This is a test to see how committed you are to the goals that were set out at the beginning. You should take this opportunity to recognize the value of your directional energy and the drive you possess. This indicates that you have reached the halfway point, at which point you can evaluate where you came from and where you still need to go in order to make the most efficient use of your time. When the first quarter moon arrives, it is the ideal moment to evaluate your goals and determine which aspects of your plans require modification. Full moon.
The orbit of the Earth brings it to a point exactly in the middle of that of the moon and the sun once every month.
This phase of the moon is called a full moon, and during it, the energy tends to be very emotional and ready to be released. This is a time when we can let go of what is no longer good for us.
This may take the form of addictive habits,
challenging relationships, or simply getting rid of old things that we don't use anymore. This monthly occurrence will take place directly opposite the zodiac sign that corresponds to the position of the sun during that cycle. For instance,
the full moon will appear in the sign of Aquarius during the Leo season, while it will appear in the sign of Pisces during the Virgo season. A lunar bath is the ideal thing to do when the moon is in its full phase. The reason for this is due to the fact that this is a period of relaxation.
In addition,
this is a time to celebrate and honor the moon for all of the wonder and tender care that it bestows upon humanity. You can enhance your vibe during this luminary by using moon water,
to which you can add crystals, flowers, Epsom or Himalayan salts, and other types of salts. Last quarter.
The moon is in the phase known as the last quarter, also known as the third quarter, when the lunar body is lit at a percentage of 50% on the left side of the moon. This is a cycle that has the potential to be very empowering for us, as the full moon prompts us to let go of all of the things that we want to get rid of in our lives. This is an excellent time to make positive changes in our lives,
such as kicking a bad habit, making a job change or shifting the focus of your career, severing a toxic situation or relationship, or switching up our daily routines.
This is also a time for introspection because it is during this period that we are deciding how we can move on with our lives,
how we can rebuild things,
or how we can dismantle things.
Blue moon.
In reference to the phases of the moon,
the expression once in a blue moon refers to a phenomenon that actually occurs.
The term blue moon refers to the occurrence of a second full moon that occurs within the same lunar cycle of 28 to 30 days. It is also possible on a seasonal level, when there are 4 moons during a particular season instead of 3.
Astrologically speaking,
This phenomenon can also be interpreted as two full moons occurring in the same sign during the same solar zodiac cycle. This is a miraculous time because it provides us with yet another opportunity to heal, cleanse, and detoxify our lives. During the time of the blue moon, when our instincts are at their peak, we are more likely to experience feelings of anxiety. We can make it through this formidable luminary with the assistance of meditating and resting.
Blood moon. The phenomenon known as the blood moon is more of a symbolic energy than it is an actual physical phenomenon.
It occurs during a lunar eclipse,
which occurs when the Earth is perfectly aligned between the Sun and the Moon.
The color of the Sun adds a stunning range of reddish-orange tones to the gorgeous lunar body that can be seen in the sky.
In addition,
it is the name given to the phenomenon that occurs when there are 4 total lunar eclipses in a row.
In general,
the energy of the moon is extremely powerful and can bring about an opportunity to bring about significant manifestations.
On May 16, 2022, there will be a supermoon lunar eclipse,
which will be followed by the next blood moon.
During this time, we will become aware of our conscious desires to change and enhance the course that our lives are taking.
Having a connection with our ancestors from generations past will instill in us the fortitude and determination to effect positive change in a given circumstance.
Supermoon.
Supermoons occur when the full moon is closest to Earth's orbit. It's like seeing a magnificent sky spectacle that stirs up our internal waters and makes it look like you can touch the glistening sky body.
This occurrence also affects individuals on Earth, thus it can make them overreact. Imagine a super full moon.
It's ideal for spells,
rituals, and manifestation. Supermoons have extra energy.
Use this luminary to prepare moon water for full moon baths. Place bottles or buckets of tap water by a window or beneath the moon's light. Line up water bottles or buckets by a window or outside and meditate.
Under buckets or bottles, write a letter to the universe. Before or after supermoon,
let water sit for 24 hours. Moon energy will charge water. You can flavor water with herbs or flowers. Moon water can be used to heal,
grow plants, and cleanse crystals. Waxing crescent moon. The new moon is followed immediately by the waxing crescent moon.
The moon appears as a thin crescent during this phase. It's time to start putting those goals into action now that we've decided what we want to bring into manifestation and add to our lives during the new moon. As we begin to work for our cycle's objectives,
the waxing crescent moon gives us a jolt of optimism and hope. Accept the goals you set for yourself. Think about your desires while the waxing crescent moon is in the sky. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.